Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, anywhere you are in the world. Welcome to Business Analysis Simplified. In each episode of Business Analysis Simplified, we try to draw parallels between a business analysis technique, idea, concept, and everyday living. Because we figure that if these techniques are working for organizations and they're thriving with it, they're making success, what stops us from making the same progress and success in our individual lives? So every Saturday we meet and we draw those parallels. I am going to be bringing in my BFF, my business partner, the person that makes this conversation exceptional, into the platform this morning. So when you see me do this, it's me bringing her in. KDO, come on, come on, come on, come on. So I hope your week was exciting. Oh, guys, it's 2nd of December already. Yay! Hello, KDO. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing
Wow.
amazing. Thank you. I love, 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 love this signature look of yours. It's
Thank you.
classy, it's sassy, and it's
Oh boy.
boss.
Thank you.
BOSS. You are the boss. Good, good, good. I love it. I
Thank you,
love it.
my
I love
darling.
it. You look amazing.
Oh boy, that's what you get when you've got a house full of boys that are gradually becoming men. And they come up with all these ideas. Well, Mom, how about you try this? How about you try that? And I'm like, okay,
I
you only
love it.
live once.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful. You look amazing.
Thanks, thanks, thanks. I shared a little bit of that story in one of my Facebook posts, and I was saying the power of influence. Never say never. You don't
Mm,
know. You might think that, oh,
mm.
I'm never going to do this because going on the low court was one of those things that was a no-no for me. But here I am, like how many years later, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. Yeah.
But you are rocking it. So
Oh,
please
thank you.
hold on to it for a long while before you before you switch to something else.
I guess we'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
And variety is the spice of life, right?
Oh
It
yeah.
has,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's amazing. Okay, I hope I don't show up bald tomorrow. I hope you
You
want to
better
try
not.
something.
You better not show up. There are no men in your life that are bald. I know for sure. So you can't claim that it's influence. That's gonna be all you.
Yeah, because then they will think, okay, yeah, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. They won't let me.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so how was your week?
Oh, it was.
Did you have a
It
good
was.
week?
I'm trying to even remember. It was really great though, but it went by in a flash, like always. And we're in December. I'm so excited. I
Yes.
love December because of Christmas. My trees are already up, decoration. You know me. I,
Yeah,
I, I go
Christmas
crazy with
freak. I know that already.
I go crazy with the decorations. Oh my God, I'm trying to see because I'm standing this morning, so I hope my chair is not showing up. Okay, let's
Yeah, I
go.
mean, I should try that too at some point because I heard a conversation. Was it a conversation or an analogy? I can't even remember it, but it says sitting is the new smoking. So if you're sitting a lot, yeah, that was what I heard. So I
Oh my
better,
God.
yeah, because when you sit, the exact damage that nicotine does to the lungs, that's what you're doing to yourself if you're sitting a
Wow.
lot.
Wow.
And
But
I
again,
think,
working from home, that's what you get. You sit a lot. Oh my God. That's okay. That's something
so
to think
that's not
about.
to sell for me. I have to figure out how to be standing like 2 hours a day as against just sitting all day. Awesome.
Hmm,
Okay,
interesting.
I
Okay.
know. Okay,
What we got?
so today we're going to be talking about another business analysis technique called market analysis.
Hmm,
And
okay.
the way organization, I mean, generally speaking, organizations will do thorough examination if they are intending to enter a new market. So they are examining their likelihood of success and they're examining all the possible roadblocks that they could experience by the time they're entering into that market, because what they want to do ahead of time is to take care of those roadblocks or mitigate any risks that they've been able to identify so that they
Hmm.
have easier entrance, easier
Okay.
I mean, more successful launch. If it's a product, if it's a service, they are more successful in that with that product or that service. So the way they do it is they will first start by assessing the market attractiveness, which is the size of the market, like what is the current potential customers that market has already consumed, like the size of the market, the
Yeah.
possible, I mean, the industry revenue generation for that product or that service, that market, the operating standards within that market, the other external influences. So they will assess those, and then secondly, they will examine their competition, the competitive landscape. What is it that our
Yeah.
competitors are doing within this market that we're looking to enter into? And next, I think they would identify how they influence, how those that are prominent within that industry, how they're influencing that market in terms of advertisement. How are they advertising? What is the value proposition that they are giving to their market, to their target market? And then
Yeah.
they would look at possible gaps, because of course, no matter how good you are as a company, there will
Oh
still
yeah.
be
This.
some things that you're not good at.
Yeah.
So they will then capitalize on those gaps that they've identified, and
Okay.
thereby create their own niche, they create their own target market. I'm talking about this new industry, new company that's going into this new
Yeah.
industry, right? Create their own niche based on the gaps that they've been able to identify. And then those will be their own target market. And generally speaking, customers vote with their feet. If
Oh
a
yeah.
company is not, if a company is not performing satisfactorily, customer will just
We take
walk
a
away
walk.
and go to another one, right? I mean, that's the goal for this new company that is entering into the market, that possibly, maybe if they do this part right, that the other side is not doing, maybe they'll be able to win some of their target market over as well. So they do all of that ahead of time, all kinds of risk
Wow.
assessments. They will understand their barriers to entry. What could possibly be a roadblock when we enter this market? And then they'll put together some form of sales forecast to say, in the next 3 months, this is what we're looking in terms of projection. In the next 6 months, this is what we're looking in terms of projection. And if they have sponsors, that's what they're going to present to their sponsor or to their to the person that's
Stakeholders.
going to provide funds for the launch of that new market or that new product. And that's what they're going to base all of their judgments on, and then they launch. So we generally encourage organizations to do a thorough market analysis before they enter that market, because it's better to know all of these roadblocks and all of these, do all of this assessment.
Yeah.
Your chances of success are higher when you know what you're up against, as against just walking blindfoldly into a market without doing all this analysis. So that's how organizations use it. I'm going to hand it over to you, and the discussion will start about how we can apply it to our individual lives and be successful.
Okay, so the first thing that did occur to me is we're doing this every day. We're taking decisions whatever it is, but we are in that season now. The first thing I'm going to be focusing on is the timing that you get to do this market analysis and then get ready for your launch. Because like it or not, 2023 is rounding up, it's winding up. 2024 is going to be our launch. Already, many religious organizations are already giving their people, it's my year of XYZ. It gives people hope. It helps people. It should help people plan. It gives us something to hold on to. And notice I said it should help people plan. And one thing I have realized and that I have been working with is most organizations, planning starts in November for the new year. So you know how we said on your marks, get set, and then go? Most people like to go January 1st. In fact, maybe January 8th, because the first week of January is still festivity, right? And then we wonder how come we're not achieving those dreams, we're not achieving those goals. It's because we're waiting till January. I used to do this back in the day. In fact, I have this plan your year that then January 1st, after everybody has done with when we wake up first thing in the morning and we're done with the prayers, I hand it over to the kids. Everybody, they stay separate and they write their goals for the year. And then I started thinking to myself, this doesn't make sense. I don't do it personally. I don't do it with my clients, right? So I started thinking, maybe we need to change that up. So now it's November, because that's what most big organizations do, because they're saying a thorough market analysis. So I'm saying your year started in January, but it's November. That's when you want to start doing this analysis. How was 2023 for me? Where did I fall? Where did I stumble? Where did I do well? You've got to pat yourself on the back for the great things you've done. You've got to see your strengths. What are my weaknesses? We need to do all of this analysis. I know we're already in December. Today is December 2nd. And as I speak to you, Ola, many people have not even planned 2024. And like you said, customers vote with their feet. How does that relate to our lives? Things, they say the world stands aside for a man that knows where he's going. 2024 is going to take a walk from you. Your dreams, your goals, they ain't happening if you're not planning properly. Because organizations, I'm sure you would realize, do take a lot of time in this market analysis phase, because it's going to make or break you. If you don't analyze your own, like you said, there's internal analysis, there's external. You look at the external, you look at the internal. So if you're not taking time to take stock, how are you going to plan for 2024? Taking stock meaning that knowing who you are. What were your weaknesses? What were your strengths in 2023? What did you do well? What didn't you do so well? What do you need to improve on? Itemizing this stuff, like putting them in black and white. That's the analysis. Guys, we've got to take stock of our lives. Take stock of 2023. I know that the challenge there is that you don't want to come face to face with your 2023, because obvious reasons. Many of us didn't achieve our goals. Life was difficult. The prices of everything skyrocketed. Groceries are like double the price. We barely, for most people, it was just barely making it through. And that is fine. A living dog is better than a dead lion, So the fact that you are even alive now is a testament to your resilience. But don't shy away from the man in the mirror. Look at your 2023. Do that market individual analysis. You've got to analyze it. Because I always say that capital is not scarce. You got a dream, you got a vision. I wanted to do X, Y, Z. You didn't get it done. Capital is not scarce. It's vision. So we've got to first bring back our 2023 and do that analysis. Look at it. Be bold enough to face yourself. I mean, you were the one that lived from January to November. So be bold enough to look at yourself, because for organizations, it's almost a defining moment when you want to launch a new product, because they're going to ask you about the previous ones. How did they do? Right? And some of the products, what do you think? Some of the products need to be killed. You need to discontinue it.
Oh, yeah. So they usually will do a review maybe 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. It usually would be a full year, right? Because you want to be able to tell yourself that you've done a thorough analysis. So they will look at how the product performed in the first quarter, in the second quarter, in the third quarter, fourth quarter. So they do that for 1 year, they do that for the second year. And if they see that consistently this product is not performing well, then it's an indication to kill that product.
Exactly. And what do they say? The definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That there is insanity. So if your 2023 didn't go as well, see the way I'm winding up and then lifting up my pen like a school principal.
Right, exactly.
If your 2023 didn't go as planned, even if it went as planned, but you've got bigger goals, greater goals in 2024, guys, it's time to sit down and analyze. Review. Review. And be able to call up. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, sometimes, and what I've heard from maybe colleagues and friends is, sometimes we have pretty lofty goals. And because lofty is big in our mind, we cannot even comprehend it to the point that we want to put it down on paper, right? I encourage people when I hear them say that, because I have lofty goals, a lot of lofty goals. I encourage
audacious goals.
Audacious goal, big, hairy, audacious goal, right? I encourage people, put it down first. Right? Put it down first. There is power in writing, and that coordination between hand and brain, there is power in it. Write it down. it will be better for you to have a lofty goal and, at the end of the year, do like a third, like let's even say half of the lofty goal, than not
Yeah.
have anything at all, or have
Mm-hmm.
very minimal goal and then do maybe half of minimal goal. So
Exactly.
that's how I encourage people. I don't know if you have tips for us about goal setting, or that exercise of writing the things down
Oh,
and then
oh,
seeking to
yeah.
actually accomplish it.
You know that I mean, this is my bread and butter, right? Goal setting, goals planning, and then goals execution, because those are the three phases of anything you want to do in this world. Whether you want to take a walk from your house to the next street or you want to go to the moon. Three phases, guys. You've got to know what you want to do. You've got to plan it. You've got to execute it. Simple steps. Not easy, but simple. They're simple things to do. So when you're talking about goal setting, goal dreaming up, your future or whatever it may be, I always say the number one thing you want to do, and that's what I've been like beating all morning here. You've got to first take a stock of where you've been, what you've done, and then just sit down and just dream. Like just
Mm.
envision. You've got to close your eyes and envision. There are various aspects of our lives. There is a financial, there is a career, there is professional, there is mental health, there is emotional well-being, there is physical, fitness goals. You've got to have all of these goals. Well, you don't have to have all the goals, but you must have some goals.
Mm.
And I said, sit down and just think about it. What do you want to do? And write it down. Like all I was saying, that process where it moves from your head into your paper, that is the gap between your head and the paper is where clarity lives. That is where clarity lives. If you do not write it, it's in your head, it will stay in your head. But the moment you put it on paper, and that, I mean, almost as you're reading it and you can see as you're writing it, you leave it and you come back to the next day, it's almost like life is saying to you, look at that. Is this what you really want? Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Then you rejig it, you realign it, you rewrite it. And that's what organizations do too. They do the analysis, they put it in paper, and it has to be clear, specific, and clear. Like I always say to people, don't say, oh, I want to lose 5 kg in 2024. Oh, no, no, no. Sorry. Don't say I want to lose weight in 2024. You've got to be specific. Use the SMART acronym. It's got to be specific, it's got to be measurable, achievable. It got to make sense. And then it's got to be time bound. So instead of saying, oh, I'm going to lose weight next year, say, I'm going to lose 5 kg by August 30, whatever, 2024. That day is specific. You're already sending a message to your brain and you're writing it down. Clarity begins to, take place. Don't say, oh, I need to increase my salary. Things are just too expensive. Say that instead. Say, I need to increase my salary by 50%, by 75%, by 100%. So your brain already knows, and the world already knows that right now I'm earning 100,000 naira, 100,000 Canadian dollars, 100,000 US dollars, whatever it is in a year. So what I'm saying is by December or by May 2024, I need to be earning 150 if the goal is 50% increment. Right?
Yeah.
So it has to be clear. And we've got to
Mm.
write it down. And then you look at yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was just going to chip in quickly that I think it's in the specificity that the universe pulls on and things begin to happen. I can't even begin to tell you when I write something down how someone will just call, or I'll just meet someone. And before I know it, we're
There'll
already
be
talking about
alignment.
what
Yeah.
there's alignment. Exactly. There's alignment. And when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, how did we get from here to here? It's in the writing down, being specific, making it clear, writing the vision, making it plain, so that whoever sees it can run with
We'll
it and be like,
run
yes,
with
this is
it.
what we achieved in this 2024.
Exactly. And that right there, Ola, is the difference between a successful life and an unsuccessful life. A successful organization and one that is not successful. How come that most of our moms, our parents, they have those stores and they never grow, they never go anywhere? Because there is no goal, there is nothing. There is, but it's in the mind of daddy or mommy. It's not written down. There is no board. There is nothing. There is no structure in place. There is none, right? But if, for instance, it's a family business, oh, Momsy has a store down the street or right in front of the house. If she says to everybody, guys, this year we're going to open the second store in Aladdin Market, everybody knows it. We're going to open this store by middle of the year. So by June 30th, this store should be open. And the next question is, how do we get there? Planning. We've got to plan. But most importantly, we've got to, think through what we need to do. We've got to even have goals. That is the starting point. That is the starting point. We've got to have goals. Most of us, we don't. We say we have resolutions, but that's where it ends. Yeah, this year I'm going to be a better person. What does that mean? Instead of saying I'm going to be a better person, say maybe this year I'm going to read 2 books on mind development and improving your relationships. And then you look for the 2 books, put the names there. This year I'm going to try my best possible. The Bible says, as long as he lied with you, live peaceably with all men. I'm going to avoid drama in my life. And all we joke about this a lot. Friendship audit. Some of us, we have friends that are so full of drama, toxic. You've got to do a friendship audit, friendship analysis.
Right. Friendship analysis, yes, indeed. Like you're looking at a friend and you're asking, do they add value to your life? Do they take so much away from you in terms of energy? Do they zap energy from you? You know, some people are just joy killed. When you meet them, your happiness is drained from you because they come with one trouble or the other and they zap that energy away from you. Not necessarily that they're looking for advice that they will run with, but
Pity
they
party.
just exactly pity party, let's drink to this misery and then go our ways, right? And then you leave and you be like, oh my God, how did we get here? You yourself, you have become unhappy by that simple association. So audit and see what exactly works for you. And we're not saying literally get rid of all your friends. We're saying just look at the ones
Get rid of them if they're all useless.
Get
rid of them. I know this is Katie you're talking now, but the truth of the matter is you've got to do those audits. I'm not, again, I've got people in my life that I know that every time I see their phone call, I know they need something. And it's okay. There are different categories of people in our lives. There are some people that when I see their calls, I know they are calling to check up on me. No questions asked. But when I need to discuss ideas, when I need to run things, by people, I know who to go to. When even if it's just to chat, like I just feel like talking to someone, I know who to call. And I know that at the end of that conversation, I'm not going to feel tired. I'm not going to feel drained because she's my friend. So you've got to have that friendship audit. People, you will help people. People will help you, but you've got to know people you're dealing with on a daily basis. Somebody that is moving you forward. And you too, will you make the friendship cut of your friends if they do the audit? Or you are the one that is always raining on everybody's parade? It's got to be better. So goals has to be specific. When you're analyzing your life, it's got to be specific. We've got to do that analysis. 2023 is winding down. That's what we're going to leave with you today. You've got to analyze. You've got to think about it. What did I achieve in my 2023? What do I want to achieve in 2024? So November, like I was saying, is when you say on your mark, because that's when you're supposed ideally to do your review and then set goals for 20. Ola knows that we already had our meeting and we already set our goals for 2024.
Yes.
Yeah. And then December is that part where you launch, on your mark. December is get set. You are poised. I love Christmas. I love parties. I love the jollof fries and the chicken and the ice creams. Everything in between. Yeah. But I am also conscious that this is my get set because January I am going. So I'm not just, somebody said something yesterday that struck me. It says it's an holiday, not holy month.
Yes. Some people take the entire month off, right? And then they have lost the momentum. And then January comes, it's difficult to just get back in that grind of making things work, right?
Yeah, so
just a short break and then you
Oh my
keep
God.
going
Yeah.
forward.
Time
Encouraging.
just keeps
Yes,
running when we are
yes,
on this
yes.
show. But
Mhm.
guys, you need to do a market or a life analysis. A 2023, I think it's better. A 2023 analysis.
Right.
Analyze your 2023. What did you do well? What, we call it KISS. What should we keep doing? Right? What should we
Mm-hmm.
improve on? What should we
Mm.
stop doing? What should we start doing? That's the agile for retrospective. So,
Right.
KISS, KISS. What should we keep doing in 2023? What should we improve? I know people will remember that. And it works all the time. When you use every other acronym, people forget. But when we say KISS, okay, I can remember that.
Yeah.
So, what, K, what should we keep doing? I, what should we improve on? S, what should we stop doing? There's some things you actually need to stop. It's not serving you,
Mm-hmm.
stop it. And the
Right.
last S, what should we start doing in 2024? So you've got to do a 2023 analysis, guys. Do it. And who knows? Feel free to share with us, share with myself, get into my DM, share with Ola. Or if you are still the dinosaur that likes emails, info@mypmbase.com. Send us an email. We
Did you
always
say
love.
dinosaur? Are you just saying that email is extinct right now?
I didn't say anything that I didn't say, and I said what I
Okay,
said.
okay, okay, okay. I get
So,
that.
guys, yeah,
All right.
2023 analysis. Let's do it.
Awesome. So, and we encourage you again to join us in our next episode of Business Analysis Simplified, where we will share another technique that
Mhm.
organizations are using to thrive and you can use to better your life and improve your life, because you remember that our slogan is you've got to be intentional in your everyday life. There is no dress rehearsal to life. This is just one life. There's no
Yep.
dress rehearsal. It is one life. So live it intentionally and achieve
Yep.
your very best. Until next week, we say bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.